Okay, let's sit down for a second. I discovered one thing that I changed in my life that actually led me to become so much more productive, focused, energized, stronger at the gym, all of those things. And I'm gonna teach you exactly what I did today. People often say that you are what you eat, and I can tell you already this is 100% true. If you eat garbage food, you're gonna feel like garbage too. Let's not wait any longer. What is the one thing I changed that led me to all of these things? I stopped eating processed food. Now I only eat non-processed organic food. And I can tell you right now, this makes so much of a difference to your life. And there are a few reasons why. Let me actually explain you how it works. Since the modern days, foods pretty much became poison because the corporation making foods are trying to maximize profit, not overall health for the people that are consuming it. And yes, I know it's not something that's new, but it's something that I discovered myself and that is actually way worse than I thought it was. There are a list of things that you can find in any product that are modern foods that you should not have in your body, or at least not in these quantities. First one being salt. Salt is really important for the body. You actually need it for normal functions of the body. But what you find in modern foods is that there's so much salt in it. But that's far from the worst thing you find in it. Second thing, sugar. There are processed sugars everywhere. Natural sugars, they're completely fine. Processed sugars are the ones you don't want in your body. And modern foods are absolutely filled to the brim with it. The third thing is one of the funny ones. Funny meaning most dangerous ones: processed foods, additives, colorants, things like this. Things that you cannot even name yourself. If you read a package of a food and you are not able to know what the packaging actually is saying, this is a really bad sign because the food you're eating is absolute shit. As soon as you find molecules or names that you've never heard before, this means it's not natural ingredients, it's made in a lab. These are chemicals, these are things that are made to preserve the food or making taste like it's real food, but these are not the things that you want in your body. These are the things that are actually killing you slowly. Let me tell you a little anecdote that you can probably relate to. Have you ever seen an entrepreneur on the internet telling you what the diet is? Because if it's the case, you probably know that they most of the time have a crazy diet, something that you would look at and be like, okay, that's not healthy, what the fuck is this? In fact, even though this looks really weird, most of the time their crazy diets are way healthier than what a normal person eats. The reason is there's no processed food. Most of the time there are none. If you see someone on the internet telling you that they're eating carnivore diets, you'll be like, what the fuck? How are you having all the nutrients you need to actually survive and have a body in good shape? But if you look closely at the data, at how you can eat these things, you will find that it's actually so much healthier than just going to the grocery store and buying things that are processed foods. Because if there's one thing that modern foods are bad at, it's bioavailable foods. That means that when you eat it, your body is not even able to process it. There's so much junk food inside of it. There's so much like bad products, chemicals, things like this. Your body is not even able to get like maybe 70% of it. Most of it goes to waste, and that's just a shame because people buy for this food. Most of the time they're trying to buy cheap food, but guess what? If you buy cheap food, your body's not even gonna recognize that it's food because it's so disgusting, and your body is not even gonna absorb all the nutrients because it's not even recognize that it's fucking food because there's so many chemicals into it, it's poison. But when you look at someone, for example, Jordan Peterson or his daughter that both have immune systems problem, they all eat carnivore diets. Full carnivore, full meat, and you'll be like, that's so unhealthy, what the fuck, cholesterol, and all of this. You'd be so surprised. If you look at the data, there are many studies on this. Carnivore diet actually is one of the best diets that you can have, at least if you're trying to have a really focused life and if you have autoimmune system problems. Both of these situations are great for going on carnivore diets. And you know what? I'm even gonna say it here. A vegan person, they always feel so much better when they start eating vegan. The reason is because they stop eating processed food. Even though the vegan diet is not rich enough in nutrients to be sustainable over a long time, the body still rewards the person for eating vegan because they're cutting all the processed food. Even though the vegan diet is not optimal, we know it, there are many studies, you cannot absorb enough nutrients, you're feeling like shit, you have deficiencies in certain nutrients. Even though you have all of this, the body is like, wow, I'm feeling so much better already. So your body feels better by having not enough nutrients rather than eating junk food. This is just crazy to me. It means that your body really craves natural foods, unprocessed foods. And this is the entire point of this video. I want you guys to understand that whatever the diet is that you want to eat, it doesn't matter what you want. If you want to eat vegan, carnivore, keto, whatever, I don't fucking care. As long as it's not processed food, I'm gonna agree with you. I don't care. Even though we all know that there are better diets for certain situations, we know that the vegan diet is not the best. There are all of these things that we already know. We know that it's at least 20 times better to eat vegan rather than eating a normal person's like diet that is full of processed foods. And the rabbit hole goes actually super deep. If you look at all the chronic illnesses that we have in the day, chronic pain, diabetes, even cancer, all of these things that are caused most of the time by modern foods. The body responds exactly how it's supposed to be when you give it poison. It's poisoning your body and your body doesn't know how to react. So it creates all of this inflammation and all of these problems. This is just normal behavior for your body. And if you switch to unprocessed foods, you will instantly feel the difference. Not even a weekend, just 1 or 2 days, you will already feel an immense difference in how you're feeling in a normal day, because your body is just like, thank you so much for finally not giving me shit food anymore. So think about it for a second. If an entrepreneur or someone that has millions of dollars that can spend as much as they want in food are eating just unprocessed food, most of the time really low amount of ingredients, for example, the carnivore diet, the animal-based diet, that you only eat food that is made from animal products or created by animals, or things like honey and raw organs and things like this. These are crazy diets. They seem crazy, but these are the most effective because people that need to perform are eating them. And the people that need to perform and have a lot of money can test these things out and see for themselves how they feel. Can they work on their business all day long if they eat this food? And I can tell you that the carnivore diet for focus, productivity, no brain fog, all of this is just the best. Animal-based is just great too. If you eat a normal person's diet, you are just slowly dying, and I'm sorry to say this, but you are a peasant. I saw a video of Hamza a little while ago. He was speaking about the difference between lords and peasants. Peasants were the people eating grains, and grains are, I guess grains are non-processed foods if you think about it, but most of the time they go through some sort of processed, and most people eat seed oils, and seed oils are bad. They're just the worst for you. So, you know, lords, they eat the great foods, the unprocessed meats, all the vegetables and all of the fruits that they can find, really fresh, really, really nice. And then you have the peasants, they eat the grains, they eat the bread, and they eat the processed shit. Do you want to be a peasant or you want to be a lord? I know for myself, I want to be a lord. Now think about it, take care, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye-bye, take care.